I'm not sure if Anne will be really rapt with that actually, but the Ward 3 Labor councillors and myself are very united in this campaign. We've been sending letters as community members, and also from Anne Martin's motion to council, a letter has been sent to Barry O'Farrell. Disappointingly, but not surprisingly, we've had no response. He does not want to come down and speak to the people and answer our questions. It's really disappointing, and we need action, more than letters. I would like to mention that Marianne Saliba has written to us today and extends her apologies for not being able to be here today. But Marianne has a motion going to Shellharbour Council Tuesday night, calling on a letter from Shellharbour City Council. I haven't had a chance to speak with Marianne yet, but from Wollongong City Council's experience, letters don't count. You don't get a response and it's going to be too late. So my Labor councillors in Ward 3, Chris Connor and Martin, and hopefully our Green councillors and independents, we're going to unite for this city. And I've also been speaking with Peter Moran, the Greens councillor for Shellharbour City Council, and I'm confident to have the support with what I would like this meeting to endorse, the action we need to take. And I'm confident that we can get Wollongong and Shellharbour City Council to support some real action by our councils. And I just want to read a motion that I intend putting up with full support of Councillor Martin and Councillor Chris Connor. But let me start by saying, on the 15th of November 1938, at this very place where we are rallying today, a famous dispute commenced when waterside workers refused to load the vessel Delphram with pig iron. They did that in protest against fascism and for peace. And since that day, this port has been a port of the people, and our city has been a city dedicated to peace. The Premier of New South Wales, Barry O'Farrell, with no election mandate, is attempting to not just sell off this port, but is also proposing to sell out our heritage and auction off the future of our city. And our city must unite. We must stop the port being put on the auction block of international finance. O'Farrell is proposing that a relative pittance from the bargain sale price of the auction of the port be offered as a bribe to the people of Wollongong. Like a thief stealing the family silver, he wants to leave 20 cents on the sideboard on his way out. So only a campaign of unity, and I support what Stephen has said. We need to be hand in hand, arm to arm. Community groups, councils, Labor, and our independents and Greens. We need to say now, we are not happy with the way we're being treated in the Illawarra by the O'Farrell government. So on behalf of Councillor Martin and our Councillor Connor and councillors representing our city, and also Peter Moran, who's here today from Shellharbour, I ask that you endorse the following, and I'll just read out what we want to put to council, and we hope that it will be supported. 1, that an urgent meeting of all the port cities of Botany, Newcastle, Wollongong and Shellharbour be convened to develop a strategy to oppose the proposed port privatisations by the O'Farrell government. 2, that an urgent meeting be convened between representatives of Wollongong City Council and the Government of New South Wales to express the opposition of the people of Wollongong to the privatisation of the Port of Port Kembla. 3, because Barry O'Farrell has not asked for our opinion or opened up or been able to come and speak to us, he went into the election with no mandate. Well, under Section 14 of the Local Government Act, we want a poll. And so point 3 is that we issue a poll under Section 14 in opposition of the privatisation of our port to the people. We want this put to the vote of the people and let the people decide. 4. The Liberal National Party at no time in the 2011 state election campaigned on the privatisation of the port. That's deceit. A referendum will give us the overwhelming mandate to impose it. Point 5 going up to our council, that Barry O'Farrell be declared persona non grata by the City of Wollongong. Until he desists from attempting to privatise our port of Port Kembla. 6, that a protest train be organised to take our ports to the New South Wales Parliament on September the 6th to support the notion of motion to be put to New South Wales Parliament by the member of Wollongong, who unfortunately is unable to be here today, but sends her apologies. 7, that the petition opposing the sale of our port of Port Kembla be displayed in all offices of Wollongong City Council and Shillharbour City Council, and that as urgently as possible we collect the 10,000 signatures we need to actually have this debated on the floor of Parliament. My fellow Labor councillors and myself from Ward 3 undertake to propose these motions in the Wollongong City Council tomorrow night as part of an urgent motion. I urge you to support them here and endorse them here for us today by way of vote, clapping, cheers, but if you're there, we need to know. I take that as full support from today's meeting, and I thank you for that support. I welcome all of you to come and see us on Monday night. Come and see who is for this on Wollongong City Council and who is against it. That's when you see who the real politicians in this city in protecting what the community wants are. 6 o'clock at the council building. Everyone would be most welcome to see how this pans out. I would also like to thank and acknowledge, tomorrow night. I would also like to acknowledge our trade unions, the Maritime Workers Union particularly, in pulling together today, and to the Committee of Save Our Ports. As Stephen Jones has said, this, more than any other time, is the time where we really do have to unite. The independence of this city, the green people, our green councillors, members of the Greens, and our Labor Council and trade unions. We need to make this happen, and we need to make it happen now. Thank you.